Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. Today's all about labels and how labels are used to fool you. Now, some labels are good. In the world of seed packets, they don't really mean a whole lot. Unless you see a seed pack that says treated seeds, they're not going to have any chemicals on them, okay? And very rarely do you find a treated seed packet. And it would say it right on there, and that's when you take out the seed. It might be a pink color or a green color, and it's usually coated with a fungicide or a fungicide. Just don't buy those if you don't want any chemicals. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what's stamped on your seeds, you're getting clean, healthy, organic seeds. And I'll explain to you why. Now, we'll go over the seeds in here just for comparative reason, but stamped on all of these is non-GMO, non-genetically modified organism. You will never buy a GMO seed this way. That stamp right here, non-GMO, somebody put it on their seed pack, everybody had to follow it because people were just buying seeds out of fear that the other ones are GMOs. You can never, ever, ever, ever buy a GMO seed in a seed pack. So don't pay more money just because it says non-GMO. So here's a quick test, and I'm actually being serious for the point of the video. Which seed is organic? Which seed is not organic or doesn't meet the organic stamp standards? Now, when you get to organic seeds, they are not needed at all for you to have an organic garden. You don't have to buy organic seeds to have an organic garden. If you buy non-labeled seeds that don't say organic, you're not wrecking your garden or your health. And here's why. This is a bunch of seeds that I grow my wildflowers from. They're really tiny. What could possibly be in that tiny little seed that's going to make your plant and your garden not organic? The answer is nothing. Now, here's the problem. This is not the issue of these smaller seed companies that have a business and grow seeds. They're not doing anything to fool you. Somehow in our quest to be organic, people started relying on labels. And once one seed company started putting organic on their seed packs, other companies had to follow suit because, again, people feared that they were buying something wrong if it didn't say organic. You do not need labels to be an organic garden. So I just wanted to add too, and just reinforce, the small seed companies that are really working hard to bring you great quality seeds, and more so variety, aren't at fault. They're being pushed into the position to have to do this. And it would be just like me starting a new fad and putting on my seeds no lead, mercury free, contains no heavy metals. If I started doing that and it caught on and people said, oh, I don't want to buy seeds that have these heavy metals, then everybody would start having to do it because it would kind of get lost that, hey, Gary just decided to do this to make a buck. And then people will really believe that seeds could have heavy metals and problems in there. So please just be informed when you're spending your money in your garden. Money can be tight. It's been a tough year. People have lost their jobs. People don't have enough food. I just want you to be able to spend your money where it matters. They're helpful in certain cases, not with seeds. So getting an organic label to your seed pack costs a lot of money. It increases the price to some degree. Here's the problem. Seeds were grown generally organically anyway, so now the world's telling them they need to go through this process and bureaucracy to get certified organic. Even if they didn't follow the standard organic practices, the seeds are still perfectly safe. It's just really a ridiculous use of a label that confuses people and costs the small mom and pop shops more money to package their seeds. So the question is, how do you end up with a seed that's organic? So here we got organic beans. These are $2.49 a pack. These are non-organic, or not labeled as I like to call them, beans, and they are $1.58 a pack. Same exact seed, same exact plant, same exact goodness for you and your garden. So to be able to say your seeds are organic, you can't use synthetic fertilizer in the ground for 3 years. Big deal. a synthetic fertilizer is not going to harm the plants anyway. But so now you got to wait 3 years. No use of synthetic pesticides. I think that's pretty good. However, a pesticide is not going to change the seed. Even if the tiniest drop got on one seed, do you think that pesticide multiplies and grows and doubles and expands and fills up your beans, your cucumbers, your basil leaves? It wouldn't. It doesn't happen. Now, and those are the two main things. Synthetic pesticides, herbicides, no synthetic fertilizer. That's what you're paying more money for. It's unnecessary. Now, this, I can't really find out if this is true or not, but sometimes I came across no use of unsustainable practices. That's probably the one I would value most. Maybe out of principle, you want to buy your seeds from a company that uses sustainable practices, but I'm not sure that's really connected to the organic label. So in knowing that, if you feel like you want to buy an organic labeled seed packet because you know there wasn't any synthetic fertilizer, there wasn't any synthetic pesticides or herbicides, and maybe you feel they're more sustainable, go for it. You're going to be paying more money, but I just wanted you to know why you're paying more money. It doesn't mean if you pick whatever seed is out there that you can't have an organic gardening. Organic gardening is not anyway really about the seed anyway. It's what you do day after day after day after day in your garden. So the seeds don't really matter. So, and I've been buying seeds for 30, 40 years before there were labels. The plants are exactly the same. So this is what I think is interesting. So right in here, you have the basic breakdown. Organic stamp, no stamp. And I just came up right from the bottom. The beans I showed you, $2.49, $1.58. Peas, look, USDA organic. That's what you're paying more money for. Again, for reasons I already talked about. The peas, $2.49, $1.58. Basil, organic over here. Basil over here. If you grew these next to each other, you would never know the difference. One thing to do, keep in mind, is sometimes the weight of the packages are different. And for instance, the basil organic has more seeds in there. If it was like double, if you're getting double amount of the seeds for $2.49 than $1.59, well then it's worth it. I just want you to be aware of how you're spending your money. Cucumber seeds, organic, not organic, I guess. You know, not labeled. Both say non-GMO because you'll never buy a GMO in a seed pack. Same price, $2.49, $1.59. You can see it in the onions. And basically, sometimes these seeds could even be grown on the same field, except one field was deemed organic, the other part of the field is not. You can't be harmed by buying seeds that do not have the stamp of organic on there. I hope that makes sense. So when you add it up, the same 6 packs of seeds is $14.94. The no stamp seeds are $10.09. That's a savings or a difference of $4.85. Add in your peppers, your tomatoes, your squash, zucchinis, more cucumbers, sunflowers, more herbs. This number starts really going up high, where maybe it's costing you $50, $60, $70 more dollars to buy seeds that are stamped organic. Now, if you want to buy them, you've been educated. Those are the main reasons that differentiate an organically stamped pack of seeds to one that is not. I just want you to understand the difference. Don't fear buying this. Don't think this is the best, but if you agree with the principles here, organic seeds are perfectly fine for your garden. Hope that makes sense. I've been buying seeds for probably 40 years now. I don't even want to think about it. So when I was a kid, but really heavily over the last 20, 25 years. There's no difference. There's nothing to worry about. Thanks for watching, and please check out my seed shop and garden shop at therustedgarden.com.